What's up, YouTube? This is the Federation here, and sorry to be talking over my general's lovely speech, but anyways, I'm back with another Rome 2 online battle. It's going to be Carthage versus the Lusitani. So interesting of my opponent to take the Lusitani, not a faction I see people take too often, and mainly just because they're incredibly weak to missiles. And because of that, I have what you could say is kind of a spammy build, I guess. It's 6 Cretan archers, 5 Campanian cav, an elephant, and 2 Gallic warriors. That being said, this army would actually meet the rules for about 90% of competitive tournaments, seeing as normally it's 6 of 1 unit max, which I follow. Normally it's about either 6 or 8 cavalry max, again, which I follow. Normally you only ban armored elephants, again, I follow that rule, and then these infantry clearly aren't breaking any rules either. So yeah, it is spammy, but technically fits within the rules of most competitive play.
We have discovered the enemy's
so apologies to my opponent for using this, but that's the way it is, so sorry. Just wanted to see how it does. And I did discover his guerrilla units here, so let's just take them out one at a time. And he's going to send cav to reinforce. Let's get my archers out of here. Send these guys over to that side and reinforce with my Campanian cav. And this should very quickly go in my favor, and indeed it does. Don't think, yeah, he'll catch a couple of my archers, but nothing too bad. Actually, he did get that unit quite badly. But we're going to take out all of his cavalry here, and several of his guerrillas for that price, which isn't too bad. I will gladly sacrifice a unit of archers for something like that. So let's make sure we do indeed finish off that cavalry. Don't want it causing me any issues in the future. And we do get out with about 1/3 of the unit. So we lose about 400 talents worth of units to take out quite a decent portion of his army, probably about 2,000, maybe a little more. Which is an exchange, obviously, I would be happy to take again. And I guess this is going to be the slope I want to attack from. And so let's get these two out of Flying Wedge. I mainly use that just for kind of like a one-on-one charge into an infantry unit, kind of like how you saw me use it there. Other than that, I find the extra mobility is generally the more useful thing to have, but Flying Wedge will make a difference when you've kind of got that, you've got an isolated infantry unit you're trying to take out. So let's keep my elephants out of range of his skirmishers, and take some shots at his Balearic slingers. And let's continue to surround him here and try to get good positions around the hill. I'm actually going to want to leave 2 cav on this side of my archers, just in case he has a couple of cav he has not yet shown. Sorry about that. But anyways, looks like he's content to take the hill and sit up there.
We have discovered the enemy's
I guess I can't really complain about annoying tactics in this game, though. So what are these? Lusitani spearmen. Let's take on those with my Celtic warriors. And everything else is just going to be sitting up in the woods. Alright, so let's get my Cretan archers back down the hill. And then we'll 2-on-1 this unit of veteran shield warriors. And here again, I'm going to make use of Flying Wedge. This is another one where I have the isolated infantry unit. And let's see how many more skirmishers he has up here. I don't see any. I would assume there are some, though. We'll be careful with the elephants anyways. And these Lusitani spearmen aren't going to last too long. even as a spear unit, he hasn't popped counter cavalry tactics, which I find strange, but I won't complain. So let's pull this unit out of Flying Wedge. Get a little bit of lag here. Hopefully that's not him dropping out, because that would be disappointing. And it does look like he's stayed in. So that unit out of Flying Wedge. And then we'll get a nice back charge here. And I'm content to grind out that fight. And even though this is an uphill charge, let's just stampede and wipe them out.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Alright, let's pull these three over here, leave this guy engaged, and oh wow. That didn't go as planned. Well played to him, I guess. Those Lusitani spearmen really did quite a bit of damage to my elephants. That being said, my elephants did get 154 kills, but well then, that's something to keep in mind for the future.
An entire unit has perished.
Well played on that move right there. Then let's hit this Lusitani spearman from both sides. And this guy's going to come up the back here. Alright, now let's just rain some fire on these Lusitani nobles. And none of the Lusitani units are very heavily armored, so I don't expect them to last long under archer fire like this. Alright, let's get right here into the veteran shield warriors.
The battle is turning in
Yeah, this should just be absolutely deadly. He is going to just pull through, which is going to cost him quite a bit. But I guess he does have to get to my archers. Not sure it's worth the cost of pulling through still, but that is a calculation for him to make, not me. Alright, so these two guys have won. Yeah, being lightly armored, they are actually quite quick, these Lusitani units. But we will get a nice back charge here into the Lusitani nobles. He blocked nicely with the Lusitani spearmen though. So this guy's micro is actually quite good, we'll say. Very efficient with his use of units. Alright, so let's keep kiting back. Yeah, and even though they're lightly armored, they're not quite as lightly armored as Cretan archers, so I should be able to keep ahead of both of his units. And then this should clean it up, and we'll come in here as well. And it looks like he's going to turn to chase this group of 4 archers, which allows me to fire with these 2. Let's go in heavy shot. And he's coming back, but they are going to rout before they get to do anything. So let's just fire at that general, finish it off, and yeah, good game to my opponent. I am sorry for this kind of build, but I just wanted to give it a try. It's not a build I would really recommend. It could have potentially ended in disaster, but it worked in this case. Against a lightly armored faction like these guys, the Campanian Cav are just unbelievably deadly. Didn't really get to use my archers as much as I wanted, but worked out anyways. Yeah, and these elephants did get quite a few kills despite dropping so quickly, but definitely a good move by my opponent with the Lusitani Spearmen, which I'm 90% sure did the killing. I didn't see anything else around. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this battle, and I will see you all next time.